everybody knows he's not a great liver. He doesn't live, eat, walk, talk the sport. You know, you're supposed to. In between fights is where fights are won and lost. But we know Fury blows up, puts on a load of weight between fights, and then he's got to get rid of all that weight again. Now they're trying to tell us that Fury's going to be bigger and better. Bigger and better isn't going to beat Usyk. Right. It's really not.
Leading up to the highly anticipated rematch, a number of boxing experts and personalities weighed in with their thoughts on the potential outcome of the fight. Eddie Hearn said that Usyk might have the edge in the rematch.
What do you think, truthfully?
I thought he was dead tonight. I thought he was going to get it, if I'm honest.
I swear to God, I thought I won it by at least 3 rounds. I bossed the fight in front foot all night. I worked.
He spoke about Usyk's exceptional boxing intellect and his ability to make in-fight adjustments. Hearn believed that Usyk's unique ability to process and adapt to data during a fight made him a dangerous opponent. Usyk's adaptability was one of his strongest assets, and Hearn admired the fact that he could change strategies mid-fight without needing to rely on pre-fight preparation or tape review.
I was quite confident. I thought I won that fight again. I think I've got Larry Holmes here. I thought I've won both fights. But then again, I've gone home with 2 losses on my record now, so there's not much I can do about it. I can just fight my heart out and do the best I can. But again, I'll always believe until the day I die, I won that fight.
Did you feel that, like, you know, this time you had him more on the back foot, you're a bit
aggressive on the back foot. I was on the front foot all night, landing body and head. Listen, sometimes it's hard to score.
Keep quiet at the back, please.
I feel a lot of people did as well. Same score. Frank had me 3 or 4 rounds up. A lot of people had me at least 2. I just don't know. Listen, it is what it is. I'm not going to cry over spilled milk. It's happened now. I know boxing, been in it all my life. You can't change no decisions. But I'll just always feel a little bit hard done by it. Not a little bit, actually a lot. But I think when you don't get the knockout, this is what happens. You can't guarantee a win.
The scorecards, I don't know if you've seen them, any of you. The one judge gave Usyk the last 7 rounds. He didn't give Tyson 1 round, and the other 2 judges of the last 7 rounds gave him a round each gave him 1 round. I mean, I've been doing this for years, and I'm biased, I know, because I'm in Tyson's camp, but how on earth can anybody say he never won 1 round out of the last 7?
Were they Ukrainian judges?
Sorry?
Ukrainian judges?
Well,
they might as well have been.
Whatever they were, it's honestly, I'm dumbfounded at how that scoring can be. It's dreadful.
How do you feel in terms of performances? Obviously, the first fight you said, look, I weren't my best, but I thought I won. Do you feel like your performances were night and day, just different?
I felt I won both fights, like this Australian lad here. He thought I won both fights too.
Despite his admiration for Usyk's skills, Hearn couldn't ignore the unpredictability of Fury, especially when it came to moments of brilliance that Fury was capable of producing during a fight. Nevertheless, Hearn remained cautious in his analysis, acknowledging that it was incredibly difficult to predict the winner. He noticed that Usyk appeared unusually confident in the build-up to the fight.
How do you feel, heavyweight champion of the world?
I'm very feel.
What's that?
Heavyweight champions.
Even bordering on arrogance, which he saw as a mental edge. Fury, on the other hand, seemed calm and composed, which suggested that he was well prepared. Mentally, ultimately, Hearn believed that Fury had the potential to win, but expected a tightly tested bout that could result in a controversial decision. Frank Warren shared a similar sentiment. He acknowledged the challenges that Usyk posed, but was confident that Fury had the necessary tools to emerge victorious.
Yeah, look, I think it was a very different fight, obviously, to the first time round. I think Oleksandr Usyk boxed brilliantly, Oleksandr Usyk boxed brilliantly. I think he deserved the win. I know there's people questioning the scorecard, but I think Oleksandr Usyk deserved that win tonight. But fair play to Tyson Fury, because he always comes and gives it his all. And I want to see the AJ Tyson Fury fight now.
Yeah, I thought it was really tight, really tight. I didn't score it round by round. So I hate it when people give their opinion and then you go, how did you have it? And they don't actually know. So my gut feeling was I thought Tyson was going to get it, but a lot of people around me were favouring Usyk. So obviously disappointed for Tyson, but congratulations to Usyk.
Warren reflected on their first meeting, which ended in a narrow and somewhat contentious decision, and suggested that for the rematch, Fury needed to leave no room for doubt. He stressed the importance of Fury dominating from start to finish, avoiding any controversial scoring or ambiguity. Reflecting on the first fight, Warren noted that Fury performed well in the first half and even won the final round INDTing.
They all had the same score. There were some variances on different rounds, but I thought it was a closer fight. I mean, it might even go on either way, but what can I say?
What did you make of Tyson's performance this time? A heavier Tyson Fury. What did you actually make of his performance this time out?
I thought he was more active with his jab, and he probably, in hindsight, he probably should have tried a little more of he has a good one too, one pop up, and he used his size and reach and everything. Usyk is like a machine though. He's just got a big battery that never stops.
That with a more focused and decisive approach, Fury could avoid the mistakes that led to the unclear outcome previously. Ricky Hatton also offered his views, focusing on the tactical mistakes he believed Fury made in their first encounter. Hatton argued that Fury missed key opportunities to impose his physical advantages, his size.
I thought it was a draw. I thought it was very difficult to split them. I look at the reaction, and most people have. Excuse me, guys. Most people have Usyk winning the fight, I guess.
The AI judge had it 118, 110.
Get rid of the AI judge.
Yeah.
The AI judge don't work.
Did you
but the only thing I will say is, come this way. The only thing I will say is 3 judges scored it the same, and I like it when that happens. Because sometimes we see a lot of variation in the scorecard. So for me, I thought there were so many close rounds. I thought it was really difficult to split.
You thought Usyk was the favourite going into the fight. Did it play out the way you thought it was going to play out?
No, not really. To be honest, I was a little bit disappointed with that. The way they judged that, to me, it was a little bit too wide. I personally thought it was a lot closer than that. I wouldn't have give it the way they give it Usyk. I just thought he did really, really well. Tyson, he did way better than the first time. So that deserved to be a 1-1, and we should have a trilogy on our hands. So I'm a bit upset for Tyson. I'm a bit upset, obviously, for all of his fans, his family, and I just wish he won that fight because we needed that fight. He needed to cement his legacy, and I thought that he did. To be honest, I think a lot of people saw it different, but I know one thing. I know that he was working really, really hard, Usyk, to create as much as he could with working with his hand speed and the shots that he got in. I don't know what the punch count was for how many times he connected, but it might have possibly been more than Tyson's. But you know what? There's no way it was the way they said it was. That's all I know.
And reach on the smaller USK in the rematch match. Hatton stressed that Fury needed to be more aggressive and use his physicality to make Usyk uncomfortable.
I thought it was a really good fight. It was a very closely and keenly fought fight, but I thought Tyson won it. And I don't understand how one judge could not give him a single round in the last 7 rounds. I mean, what fight was he watching? And the other 2 judges only gave him 1 round from the last 7 rounds of the fight. I can't. It's beyond me. Oscar De La Hoya is sitting a couple of seats away from me, and we were saying how you got it. And he's a neutral. He's not Tyson's mate or anything. He's, and he thought the same as me. Thought he won it.
What did Tyson Fury say to you in the changing room straight after you went to see him?
He was disappointed. He felt the same. He thought he'd done enough to win. Everybody where we were sitting thought he won. And I looked at Aegis and Alex, and they were not looking confident at all. I promise you.
How did you have it, Frank? Sorry, I don't know if you said.
I thought he won it by at least 2 or 3 rounds. I really did.
I thought he started very well, Tyson, and I thought the fight changed later on. Would you agree with that?
No, I don't. I think he had his moments. Usyk had his moments, but I think if you go and look at, I just felt Tyson was big, he was strong, he was focused, there was no showboating, he was working continuously. And I'm not taking anything away from Oleksandr. He's a really great fighter, and he's obviously a great champion. But how anybody can not give him a round or give him 1 round in the last 7 rounds is nuts.
He also highlighted the importance of having a strong voice in Fury's corner, someone who could keep him focused and ensure that he executed a dominant game plan throughout the bout.